All right, let's dive into something that can make or break your next big home project, picking the right dumpster. Now, I know it doesn't sound glamorous, but if you get this part wrong, everything can grind to a halt. So let's make sure you get it right from the start.
So, you've got the plans laid out. Maybe it's that kitchen renovation you've been dreaming of, or finally tackling that jungle in the garage. It's all super exciting, but we gotta talk about the messy part. Every single one of these projects creates a surprising amount of junk. So the big question is, what are you gonna do with it all?
Okay, before we even get to the different sizes, let's talk about the #1 mistake people make. Seriously, this is the most common and honestly the most expensive error we see, and it can totally throw a wrench in your plans.
And here it is, straight from the people on the front lines. What's the biggest mistake? It's trying to cram a whole lot of stuff into a dumpster that's just too small. It's that classic case of wishful thinking, hoping you can defy the laws of physics. And when that happens, well, the result is always the same. You waste a ton of time waiting for another dumpster to show up. Your budget gets completely blown because now you're paying for a second delivery, a second pickup, the whole 9 yards. It's just a whole lot of stress you really don't need.
All right, enough with the problems. Let's talk solutions. Here's a super simple guide to help you find that perfect match for your project. No more guesswork.
Okay, this is probably the easiest way to think about it. Forget cubic yards for a second. Let's talk in a language we all understand. Pickup truck loads. That little 10-yard dumpster, it holds about 3 full pickup beds. The 15-yarder holds about 4.5. And that big 20-yard bin, you can cram 6 full pickup loads of junk in there. It's a great way to visualize just how much space you're getting. So let's connect those sizes to actual jobs. As you can see, that 10-yard bin is perfect for something like a small bathroom remodel or cleaning out a 1-car garage. You step up to the 15-yard for bigger stuff, like a full kitchen gut job. And then, for the really massive projects, we're talking roofing, a whole home cleanout. That 20-yarder is what you're going to need.
So think of the 10-yarder as the weekend warrior. It is your absolute best friend for that spring cleaning project you keep saying you'll do, or maybe clearing out a small shed. It's compact, it's efficient, and it's perfect for knocking out those smaller jobs over a weekend.
Next up, we've got the Renovation Mate. This 15-yard dumpster is hands down the most popular choice for so many common home projects. You're ripping out that old kitchen in your Mandarin house or tearing up old carpet in Southside? This is your go-to. It's that perfect, versatile middle ground.
And finally, the beast, the Project Pro. This 20-yard dumpster is the favorite of contractors for a really good reason. When you're tackling a massive job, like a full roof tear-off or a big construction project, this is the one you call in. This is for when you really mean business.
Okay, so now you know the sizes, you know what they're for. But here's the most important part. A super simple rule of thumb that's going to help you make that final choice with total confidence. Okay, lean in, because this is just some real, practical, neighborly advice. Taking off a roof? Don't even hesitate. Just get the 20-yarder. And here's why. Those old shingles are way heavier than they look. They can easily weigh over 2 tons. We're talking the weight of a car. Cleaning out a totally packed 2-car garage? Yeah, you're going to need the 15 or even the 20-yarder. And here's the golden rule, the one to remember. If you are ever in doubt, just size up. Always. And this slide right here is exactly why that golden rule exists. Please burn this into your brain. It is always, 100% of the time, cheaper to rent one dumpster that's a little too big than to have to pay for a second haul because the first one was too small. Okay, so you've picked your size. You're feeling good about it. Now let's talk about making the rest of the process totally painless. This is where choosing a good, local company makes all the difference in the world. I just love this quote because it really gets to the core of what you need during a stressful project. It's not just about a metal box. It's about having a reliable neighbor who actually shows up when they say they will. It's about dependability, pure and simple. And you know what? The whole process should be this easy. Seriously, you pick your size, which you now know how to do, you book it online in like a minute, and you can even get it delivered the very same day. That is how you keep a project on schedule.
So let's just quickly run through what a good promise looks like. Same-day delivery if you book before noon? That's a total game changer. Transparent pricing? That means no nasty surprises on your bill later. You want to see that it's locally owned and operated right here in Jacksonville because they know the area. And of course, just professional, friendly service from the moment you book to the moment they pick it up. It just makes life easier.
So if you're feeling ready to get that project off the ground and get the clutter out of your way, here's everything you need. Give them a call at 904-500-JUNK or just hop on the website, 904-500-JUNK.com. You can get it all booked in about 60 seconds.
And that pretty much brings us to the end. We've talked about the mess, we've handled the logistics, which leaves just one last really exciting question for you to answer. Now that all the junk is taken care of, what are you going to create?